My name is Bill Harrison. I'm a graduate of Washington High School, class of 1988.
Dirk Lorenz, class of 1978.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Scott Tells, and I'm from the class of 1965.
While attending Washington High School, I was involved in many activities. As a matter of fact, they almost voted me most artistic. And I remember working with the Spirit Week committee on Spirit Week and some of the graphics and whatnot. But other than that, I was involved in on the water polo team. I was the goalie, and also on the swim team. Both Don French, my past coach, was involved with water polo, and those memories are just phenomenal memories for me.
When I was at Washington High School, I had fun playing on the football team for 3 years, being involved in student government, and coaching powder puff. Those were probably three of the best activities that I did when I was at Washington High School.
When I was at Washington High School, I didn't join any clubs back then, but I was in the orchestra. My freshman year, I played the violin, and I never missed a football game because that's where you met the boys. Should I say that? Right? Anyway, but while I was at Washington High School is when I learned about the history of the school, and it intrigued me to know that I went to a school with so much history. Best memories of my time at Washington High School were hanging out in the quad with my friends, attending the football games, just knowing that I was here at a school with rich history. That's always going to come back into all my questions because that was what I loved about this school. And just, even though it was a sad day, the day President Kennedy was shot and the whole school came together, gathered in front of the flagpole, and we all grieved together as a school.
Wow, some of my best memories at Washington High School. You know, I'm standing here today looking around from the back side of the campus, and so many of those memories come back. I think my memories playing the team sports, both swimming and water polo, represent some of my favorite memories. I remember during one water polo match, and it kind of stuck throughout my high school career, my name, spelled D-I-R-K, was mispronounced by one of the announcers as D-I-N-K. So I got the nickname of Dink instead of Dirk. So that's always stuck with me. It was an affectionate nickname throughout my high school career.
My best memories from Washington High School happens to be just all the friends that I've made, whether it's the guys on the football teams that you bond with, you have that lifelong bonding of whether it's working out in the summertime in the hot heat, or learning those life lessons from Coach Ingram, hanging out on the benches at lunchtime, hanging out in the 50s wing with all my friends from there, and just making lifelong friends that I've made at Washington High School. After graduating Washington High School, I went to Ohlone College, where I got involved with student government and even did an internship in Washington, D.C., and locally for our state assembly member and our congressman. After that, I graduated from the University of California at Santa Barbara with a degree in economics and accounting, and I've been in accounting practice here in Fremont ever since then. And as far as staying involved in the community, I was involved with several nonprofits, mostly around children and other activities, and I served on the Fremont Planning Commission for 6 years, the Fremont City Council for 6 years, and served for mayor of the city of Fremont for 4 years.
After high school, what I was involved in is in 1966, I started working for Pacific Telephone, worked for them for 22 years, 14 of those years here in Fremont. I got involved with the Shin Historic Home here in Fremont on Peralta Boulevard. And then I started the Museum of Local History in the Mission San Jose district here in Fremont. I got involved with the Washington High School Alumni Foundation and the Washington High School Facilities Planning Commission and Fremont Girls Softball, and anything I could get involved with that helped the city and helped to restore the history here.
Well, since I graduated many years ago, I bought a business here in Fremont, and actually what I find quite humorous is I've never lived nor worked further than a mile or two from Washington High School, so that's cool. I own my own business, and one of the things I think I'm most proud of is my involvement in Niles Rotary. And Rotary is an organization that just does phenomenal work, not only in our own community, but throughout the world. And I think that foundation of volunteering and working on in clubs and whatnot like that had its foundation in my attending Washington High School.
The term "once a Husky, always a Husky" means to me that any Husky is always proud that they went to this school, and no matter where you go, you can run into another Husky and they will always stop and talk to you and tell you about their memories at the school and all the fun times they had here. And so I'm always proud to say that I'm a Washington Husky.
To me, when I hear that phrase, once a Husky, always a Husky, it just talks about the bond that is Washington High School. I mean, you have a history of over hundreds of years of people and families going to Washington High School. You can come up to someone, you ask them when they graduated, and there's a big smile on their face. And you say, oh, my brother went here, or my brother knows this guy. You have a bond through the community that extends, and that bond is created by Washington High School.
You know, many people say once a Husky, always a Husky, and it's really true. For me personally, it represents generations. We had 4 generations come through Washington High School, and the common thread that is woven through all those generations is the spirit. What Washington High School produced insofar as members of our community that have given back and just maintain that Husky spirit. As I said earlier, the Husky spirit is a foundational spirit, one that stays with you throughout your life and influences everything you do throughout your life. And that includes giving back to our community. And on May 18th,
at Swiss Park at about 6 o'clock
in Newark, to honor the 3 of us, myself, Bill Harrison, and Dirk Lorenz, being inducted into the Washington High School Hall of Fame. Tickets are on sale for $45, which includes dinner, and I'm sure they're going to go fast, so you can contact the school or check the website here for the information. And it's going to be a great event. I know a lot of my classmates are coming, and I hope to see a lot of you there.